Hi, hello, how are you? Good morning. It is September 1st, to some of us, the beginning of the spooky season. Obviously, that is what I consider the beginning of fall. It'll be coming in just a couple of weeks, and I am so excited. I hate the heat. But today is also day one of the magical readathon for the novice path. I'm so ready for it. I'm putting the Iron Knight aside. I just haven't been interested in reading it. I only got like 35, 36 pages in and just never felt like picking it back up. I was honestly just so excited for some of the books on my TBR for September. So we're starting off with Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which is for the prompt Ruin of the Sky to read a book with paranormal elements, supernatural elements, ghosts, or haunted house. And all of the kids in Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children have some sort of special ability. I need to take this sticker off. It's not a sticker, it's part of the book. So annoying. I'm so excited for this. I honestly just want to stop work, turn this AC on, and get into my chair and read. Readathons just make me so happy. So this is what we're starting off with. I need to read 104 pages today. I love this movie, and I'm definitely going to watch it when I finish this book. So I'm really hoping that when I settle in tonight to start reading, I will just fly through this and 100 pages will be nothing. I'm very excited for the readathon to have begun. I'm so far behind on vlogs, but I think I'm just going to end up posting these for the month of September and then use those to catch up later. Who knows? But I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to turn the air back on because it's hot, and I will talk to you guys later. Hello, happy Friday. It is finally Friday. I do have to work today, but I am about to go on lunch. And I have Monday off for Labor Day, which is really nice because that means that I'll get 2 days off with my boyfriend this week. He moved to a new schedule, so the only day that we have off together is Sundays now. But since I have Monday off, it means we'll get 2 days off, which is really nice. Reading wise, I am 213 pages into Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. If you're not familiar with it, it follows the main character Jacob, who has spent his entire life listening to his grandpa tell all of these stories about when he lived in an orphanage, which he went to go live in to escape the Nazis during World War II. And some of the stories that he tells Jacob, it kind of seems like he's exaggerating to make it seem like he maybe didn't have as bad of a childhood as he did. But when his grandpa is murdered, Jacob starts having all of these like horrific nightmares because he thinks that he sees one of the creatures in the forest the night that his grandpa died. And so at the recommendation of a therapist, they go visit the home where his grandpa was raised, and everybody thinks that he's kind of crazy. The doctor is kind of saying that maybe this will help bring him back down to reality, and he'll see that all of the stories that his grandpa told him aren't real, and maybe he can start kind of processing and getting over what happened. And he goes to the house and it's completely wrecked. But he does find his grandpa's room, and he finds this chest that he throws off the second story to break it apart because it's got a lock on it that won't come off. And it falls through to the basement, so he goes down there and he's looking, and it's all of these photos of all of the people that his grandpa said existed, so it's like proof that they do exist, but were they manipulated? Is this girl really levitating? Is this guy really holding up a boulder? And while he's down there, he hears some voices, and he looks up through the hole, and it is all of the kids that he's heard stories from his entire life or about. And they all take off running, and one of the girls he runs after, and he's trying to tell her like, stop, I'm Abe's grandson, please, I'm looking for you. And they just don't believe him, but she corners him in like the little town that they're staying at. It's him and his dad. She corners him and kind of takes him prisoner to the house, and he doesn't know that he's like gone through a loop. It's kind of complicated to explain. She takes him back to the house. He had followed her through this like bog area into a cave, and when he came back out it was like he was in the 1940s, and so that's when she takes him hostage, takes him back to the house, and it's no longer like in ruins, it's in its former glory. And he meets Miss Peregrine and delivers the sad news that his grandpa has passed away. But it's all true. Everything that his grandpa told him is true, and he is loving it there and sort of falling in love with Emma, sort of having like feelings for her, which I think is kind of weird because she was in love with his grandfather. But that's about as far as I've gotten. If I continue on with the 104 pages, I would be stopping with like 40 pages left of the book tonight. So I'm probably just going to power through and finish reading the entire book, which is good because then I can put those 40 pages towards the next book that I start, which will probably be Winter House. I'm going to read those two first just because I think I can get through them relatively quickly, and that will give me extra time for the larger books. But I'm really enjoying it. I love the movie. It's just so magical. And I'm really enjoying the book, and it's nice to see the differences. In the book, there are only about like 10-ish maybe kids who live in the home. In the movie, there are only 10 kids. In the book, it seems like there's like 30 of them. And I don't think that Jacob in the movie has a friend. There's definitely nobody with him when he goes to find his grandpa. Miss Peregrine is also very different. She's much more like spunky and sporty and fierce in the movie, and in the book she's like a very demure, like high class woman. So there's a few differences. Also, Emma in the movie is the one who wears the heavy boots because she doesn't quite control her levitation. In the movie, in the book, she controls fire, and another character has the levitating ability. So there's a few differences, things that I think were just tweaked for the purpose of the movie, but I'm still really, really enjoying it, and I'm definitely going to have to purchase the other two books in this series so that I can continue on. So I am going to go sit on the couch now, post a photo that I took. I'm trying to do them every other day instead of every day, and just not get too down on myself. But it's going pretty well. I had a vlog go up today as well, trying to catch up on those. So just doing like housework, cleaning stuff. I got new sticky notes for my books. I want to try and use some slightly larger sticky notes about this big to write notes, because I just cannot bring myself to write in the books, especially if I ever want to donate them to the library. I just feel like I would want someone to get like a clean copy and not a copy that's got my notes scribbled all in it. So I'm gonna go sit on the couch now, might do some reading, might not. The last two lunches that I've had like stuff to do throughout my lunch period. And I think today I just kind of want to like relax and play games on my phone. So I will update you guys either tonight if I finish Miss Peregrine or tomorrow. Good morning, happy Saturday. It's almost 10:30. I got up maybe like an hour ago. I have a couple things to do today, later in the afternoon, or like later on at night. I'm going to my grandparents' house to celebrate my birthday and my aunt's birthday, which is today. So I need to go to Target probably to pick up a couple things for her. She is a teacher. She just got her first teaching job, so I want to get her a couple of things for like her classroom, some slippers to keep at her desk so that she can kind of swap when she needs to feel a little bit more comfortable. But it's Saturday. My hand is still really bothering me. I just took my brace off. It's not swollen or bruised, so I don't think that it's broken. I just really don't know what's going on with it. But reading updates, I finished Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children last night. I absolutely loved it. It feels in my heart like a 5-star just because I love the movie so much. But when I like run it through Compile, it is more of a 4-star, and that just kind of feels right. So I'm not sure what I'm going to rate it just yet. But that's my first book done for the Magical Readathon. And it checks off the prompt for Ruin in the Sky, which is to read a paranormal, supernatural, ghost haunted house book. And I just really, really enjoyed it. And I'm definitely going to get cozy in bed tonight and watch the movie. Next, I'm going to be moving on to Winter House by Ben Gutterson. This is about a girl, Elizabeth, who moves into a hotel. She starts to realize that some of the residents there have some buried secrets. So it fits my like mystery thriller prompt, which is Obsidian Falls, read a thriller or a mystery book. So that would be my second one. I'm very, very excited. I don't really need to go do anything just yet. So I'm gonna watch a little bit of Housebroken, the show on Netflix. It is from the point of view from pets who do like a therapy group while their owners are away. It's really funny. I'm just going to enjoy that. Might do some deliveries, but I do just want to enjoy my time off and then spend some time with my family. So I will update you guys later. Hello, happy Sunday. It's been a rough couple of days. I am on my period. Just gonna be honest about that. And so I'm not feeling too great. They're pretty intense. So I didn't do too much reading yesterday. I only got 53 pages in, but with the way that I've like done the math and set to read 104 pages a day, I'm technically only 11 pages behind. So I need to read my 104 for today and 11 pages to be caught up, and then I will be fine. Like I said, I started Winter House yesterday. It's interesting. So we follow our main character, Elizabeth Somers. The first chapter starts with her getting home. She lives with her aunt and uncle, and there's a note on the door that said, "We told you we were going on vacation." And they've locked up the house, and they're like, "There's a train ticket in here. You're gonna catch the train and then catch a bus to Winter House," which is a hotel. And she's very confused on how her very poor aunt and uncle could, 1, afford a vacation, and 2, afford to send her to a hotel. So she's got a lot of questions. On the bus ride there, she meets this very interesting man and woman, not interesting, mysterious, I should say, who clearly have something to hide. They're all dressed in black, both wearing sunglasses, and she feels the man staring at her and gets up her courage, and she's like, "Is there something that I can do for you?" And he's like, "No, I'm sorry, I thought you looked like somebody else." And the woman just stares her down, and they end up being at the same hotel that she's at. She meets the owner, Norbridge Falls, and he shows her around the hotel, but there's just this weird urgency that he has to show her to her room and make sure that she gets in there. He just keeps saying, "Must get you to your room, must get you to your room," and gives the like man and woman weird looks. So something is going on. Her parents died when she was 4. She was told that it was a firework accident, but that's not necessarily how she remembers it. She remembers fire, she remembers screaming, but that is the story that she's been told by her aunt and uncle. It just doesn't always make sense to her. So she's at the hotel now. She's 11. It's an interesting hotel. It's got all sorts of activities, a theater. There's this huge like 30,000 piece puzzle in the lobby that these two men have been working on for a few years now. And I have a feeling she's going to be the one to solve it, but 53 pages in, just not feeling super great today. I went to bed at like 8:30 yesterday, and I'm only just now properly getting out of bed, out of PJs, brushed my teeth at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I woke up with a really, really bad migraine. Was having like really, really weird nightmares last night, like sleep paralysis issues, where I was like in my dreams dreaming that I was asleep and then forcing myself to wake up but realizing I was still asleep, and just this weird cycle of like in my dreams forcing myself to wake up and realizing I was still asleep. And at one point I did like actually wake up, and I asked my boyfriend to spoon me because it was the only way I was able to tell reality from my dreams, because in my dream I was still sleeping on my back, but in the real world, this sounds so weird, he was spooning me, so that is how I was able to tell when I was awake and when I was sleeping. It was so weird. Ever since I started taking Zoloft, I have been having dreams like that where I really, really struggle to wake up, and in my dream I dream that I'm asleep and I'm trying as hard as possible to move my limbs, and eventually I will wake up, and it's just really, really weird. So didn't sleep well last night, went to bed at 8:30. I'm just now getting up, just having really bad cramps and not feeling well. So we'll see how reading goes today, but I will most likely update you guys later to close out the vlog. I'm off tomorrow, so I might just add on tomorrow, but we'll see. I will talk to you guys later. Hello, happy Monday. I am at our table. I just wanted to close out this video. I did read my 104 pages last night, plus the extra 11 that I needed to catch up from the night before. And I am making some top ramen for myself right now. And I'm going to get cozy on the couch and do some more reading. It's like 5 o'clock, but yesterday I waited until like 8:30 to start reading, and I was kind of like rushing to hit my pages so that I could go to sleep because I was really tired, and I have work tomorrow, so I need to make sure I get my pages done in a timely manner today, and I just don't want to be rushing. It's really, really interesting. I'm using it for the mystery thriller prompt. It's a little bit of a mystery, but it's middle grade, so it's not anything crazy. Our main character, Elizabeth, is at the hotel. She's made a friend, but she's noticing some things that are a little weird. That couple that she ran into on the bus is staying at the hotel with her, and she runs into the gentleman. His name is Marcus Q. Himes, and he introduces himself and gives her his card and says that he's noticed that she's been spending a lot of time with Norbridge Falls, who is the owner of the hotel, and that she should just be a little wary of him because he is a known book thief who then resells the books later for enormous amounts of money. And she just kind of doesn't really believe that. She also thinks that Marcus is kind of sketchy, and doesn't really know who to trust, but she has made a friend, Freddie, who is about her age. He's been going to the hotel for about 3 years now during winter, and they sled and ski together and have lunch and dinner together, and it's just a very, very sweet friendship that they have. But with each chapter we kind of find out some more about the people who own the hotel, the Falls family. They go to the portrait room, and for the founder of the hotel, Nestor, in his portrait he's got a book on his lap that's open, and it's got all these like words that are just jumbled letters, and Elizabeth finds this book that talks about a secret code, and how if you know the keyword, then you're able to use this like system to break it, and she thinks that they must be connected. So her and her friend Freddie are trying to figure out what the code word is so that they can crack his message, and she also finds Marcus Q. Himes and his wife in the portrait room talking to one of the portraits, saying, "We found the girl. It took us a long time, but we found her, and we will not disappoint you." And it turns out they're talking to Grisella, who is one of Norbridge's siblings, his sister, who went missing when she was 18. Supposedly she dabbled in black magic. Norbridge does some magic, but I guess it's good magic. But it's really interesting. I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna have my soup and get comfortable on the couch and just read. And I will end the vlog here. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you're participating in the Magical Readathon, how it's going, how your month is going, and what you plan on reading. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.